Alright, we're going to do a walk around video show through on a 2019 Berkshire 40D. We're going to go around the outside, show you all the stuff out here, then we'll go inside, go through the interior. So, starting here by the entry door, we have our fuel fill. There's one on the driver's side and passenger side. You have one fuel tank, two fuels. You have awning lights, porch lights. One thing that they do, it's a little different than other companies, is on the inside, the switch says exterior lights. So when they're all off, one button press turns on the porch light. Press it again, adds the LEDs. Press it again, it turns off the porch lights. Press it again, it turns off the LEDs. Your awning controllers, switches are right here. You have an awning power that has to be on. Doesn't matter whether you're using the touchscreen or your app. There'll be an awning power on off that you have to have on. And then you have retract and extend for the main awning. And you have retract and extend for the over-the-door awning. You'll notice that these buttons have a slight delay on them. That's to prevent you from putting the awning in or out by accident. You have to hold the button for a couple seconds before it operates and then rolls in or rolls out. Up here at the end of the knuckles, I don't know how well you can see that, there are two Allen screws, one on each, or a pair of them on each end. One's down low, one's up high. That allows you to adjust the awning pitch. So if you're really tall and you want to raise that awning up, you can. Or you can lower the pitch, depending on what you want it to do. Inner compartments, this first compartment. Down on the bottom is tiles. There's some slide locks. And some floor protectors for the rollers from the slide out. These compartment doors need to be shut firmly. We call them slam latches. Your next set of compartment doors are a double set. The front door opens first, the rear door opens last, the rear door closes first, front door closes last. Slide tray. Lift up on the blue handle and pull the tray out. Same thing on either side. It goes either way. Starter kit. Has a 10-foot sewer hose, a 25-foot drinking water hose, a 110 adapter, a water pressure regulator, toilet paper, toilet chemical. You must use RV or marine toilet chemical and RV or marine toilet paper. I don't really care what brand you use, but you need to use the correct toilet paper and chemical for your sewage system to work properly. All of the toilet chemicals do the same thing. The big difference is how they control odor and formulation. So it comes down to personal preference as to what you like. I tell most of my customers to buy sample packs until they know what they like and then stock up on it. Inside here, there is a connector. That blue plug comes out. That is a gas line connector so that you can hook up an outside grill. There's a little porthole there. You can drop the hose out. There is an on-off valve on the handle on the connector. It has to be off, which is currently in order to operate the disconnect slide, and then you turn it on for gas. It is low pressure vapor. And again, same thing here with these double doors. Close the back one, then close the front one because of the overlap. Back here, their outside TV, AM, FM stereo, CD, DVD player. It's also Bluetooth. Remote control for the TVs out here. Next compartment back. This little valve works with your shower system. You have a water saver in the shower. However, if your fresh water tank is full, you turn that valve and it'll dump the water out. So when you're on city water, you open that up if you're going to use the shower saver. Back here, these are our house batteries. House batteries? Yeah. That main battery disconnect switch. You have a bunch of breakers, relays, solenoids in here. These are conventional wet cell batteries. You have to maintain the water on them. I tell everybody you want to check the water level about once a month. I would suggest you consider going to Napa or any good auto parts store and get a battery filler jug and keep your batteries checked. The difference for this is this. I have customers that can get 10 years out of a set of these batteries, and I have customers that can't get 10 months out of a set. And the difference is how they take care of them and whether they pay any attention to them. If you ignore these batteries, you will replace them. If you take care of them, they'll last for years. Really not any other way to say it. Up here is a furnace. This is your combustion air intake and exhaust. We do recommend that during the summer months when you're not using it, that you put a screen over the openings to keep the bugs from going in and turning your furnace into a condominium that no longer heats. This is your hydraulic pump. It has controls of your leveling jacks and your front two slide outs. Always check your fluid level with all the slides in and the jacks retracted. Right now the jacks are currently down. Storage area back here, good place to keep your motor oil and fluids for the engine and other things you want to keep separated. Works out pretty well for that. Truma water heater. Really like the water heater. Tip it out slightly and then lift it up to open. To drain the water heater, you push up on this tab and pull this yellow lever down, and there's a screen plug in the bottom that will come out when you pull that lever down, which will drain the water heater. And then if you're going to store it, we always just tuck the screen plug in out of the way and leave it out. When you winterize this unit, there are bypass valves on the inside. You need to bypass them and then drain the unit, and you're good to go for winterization. You have gas valve, your burner and chamber is all back there, little fan there, and your T&P valve. This is a comfort water heater. It offers two modes, comfort and economy, and eco. The difference is this tank of water right here. In comfort mode, this tank of water is kept hot. In eco, it's not. So in eco, you have to wait for the whole thing to heat up. In comfort, you have the hot water almost instantly. Granted, it's still got to go through the pipes to get to you, but you see what I'm talking about. Now, power switch. Right this second, it does not matter which way we flip the power switch, up or down, same results. And that's because there's a controller inside. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to unplug this for a second. And back there, you see that black phone jack. That goes to the remote controller. It varies. Probably about half of my customers unplug that phone jack. And if you do that, then up is eco, down is comfort. But if this plug is plugged in and the controller is hooked up inside, then it doesn't matter which way you flip the switch. But with this black line unhooked, then up is eco, down is comfort. Again, it's kind of a judgment call. The one thing that you'll find, and depends on how you use the unit, is sometimes having that remote inside will drive you batty because it has to start in the correct sequence. I'll explain more when we get inside. I'll pause for a second.